I'll pop the hood so you can see. I like the way it turned out so far. All right, and we got the seat, which easy to get in and out. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Full throttle to idle transition, pretty stable. I like that, no problems. There. Nice. Okay, I'm 5 miles upriver, and man, it ran great the whole time. I hit 12.88 mile an hour at first coming up, which I don't think I've ever done that in one of these all hauls, especially at this river stage. It's over 10 foot right now, so that's a lot of grunt from this motor. And this is a 2008 haul, so this is the new haul. It is a little faster than the older models. So But hitting that was pretty impressive. Tillotson gives a thumbs up on that. It held great RPM coming all the way up. I didn't lose anything really. Wow, yeah, it just ran great. 5 miles the whole time, full throttle. I never let off. No problems, no hiccups, nothing. It just ran great. And let's see. I planted a cache here a while back, and I don't know if anybody's checked it out. Nope, nobody's touched it. Nobody's touched it. Well, it's still there. I figured somebody would come up here by now. It's not like it's hard to find. Right off the main river. Cool. But, alright. Well, I'm gonna pop the hood here and see how everything looks. Beautiful. Wow, everybody's looking great. Everything looks great. Very, very cool. Yep. The old tack fizzled out. That was a tack that came with one of these boats I bought years ago, and it worked. When I first put it on, I thought it was going to hang in there, and I got halfway up and it fizzled out, and got it to come back on once, and then it fizzled out again. But I was getting 4,200, 4,240, something like that, according to this tack. And these things are all a little bit different. But I'm in the ballpark of over 4,200 RPM, 4,300 RPM. So that's that was where I wanted to see it at. And it's smooth. It runs good. It starts easy. I had to do a lot of tweaking to get all this thing, get everything starting right. It's like, the Subarus, you don't have to have throttle for it to start. It'll crank right up, it just idle with no governor attached, boom. Cold, it'll either start by, no choke, or sometimes you have to give it choke and it'll fire right up and run. The Tillotson, these GX based motors, they will not start unless you have some throttle. They will not start cold unless you have choke and some throttle. So I had to do some tweaking there, and like I said, putting the governor back in place so that when the motor shuts off, the governor's opening the throttle a little bit. On the choke, I had to set up a spring so that it pulls the choke back open again, because the rod was flexible and it would just kind of flop one way or the other. So the choke articulates well now. The choke plate had a hole in it. It was really big. It was like the size of the outside diameter of that rivet in that pulley there. That's how big the hole in the choke plate was. And so when you pull the choke, it would crank for like 10 seconds before it would finally start to run. And, well, that's no fun. So I covered that holes up and put a little tiny, like a 0.075 hole in the center, which is like, tip of a pen. Pen tip, ballpoint pen tip size. And so now when you pull full choke and you crank it, it starts instantly, and it'll run. That's another thing I like about this this motor is the idle screw is in the carburetor body, and that pushes on the lever. On the Subaru, this screw was in the actual lever, and it screwed in to push the body. So there was no option to put an extended idle speed screw on the Subaru. This we could. I made that screw longer, put a little knurled knob on there so I can reach this while I'm out here on the water, and well, anybody else if they want to adjust their idle. So it's a nice little Nice little bonus there. Makes things a little bit more accessible and user-friendly. All right, another hot start. Cool. Hit 17.82 mile an hour. 17.82 mile an hour in an old one-piece model boat. Wow, I'm blown away by that. Cool, I'm gonna play around this little trees here and see what the off-idle drivability feels like. Got a lot of punch. It's just a lot of grunt. Feels good. All right, well there she is. We got 17.82 mile an hour coming back down river again, and I was bouncing between 16 and 17 for the consistent stretch there. So yeah, this is pretty darn good. I'm impressed. I did not have a lot of high hopes for the little Honda clone motor doing much of anything, but this has got a little, this is the 212E. It's got a little higher compression. It's got the Hemi head. It's got the valve size by comparison, they're a little smaller than the KX Subaru, and they're a little bigger than the EX21. So it's kind of been in between there. So definitely up there on performance level. But all things considered, this motor ran excellent. I'm really happy with it, and we'll get it back to the house and check the oil and change it. Actually, just now we break the motor in, put some AMSOIL on there, and go through everything and make sure it's all good, and keep testing it, and then she'll finally be done, and I'll blueprint everything and have it templates made up for the next round, and there I'll have exactly what you need. All right, guys, I'm out.